This here is another viewer's very dirty gaming PC. And if you clicked on this playlist, well, I think you know what's about to happen. We're going to deep clean it. We're gonna clean literally everything comprising this build, including the case, which we actually won't be reusing. This is an NZXT S340 Elite, which is actually several years old by this point. It seems like a rather modern case, but it's actually quite old. And there are tons of mismatched fans in here that are extremely dusty, very dirty. Who knows what the graphics card looks like inside. The CPU cooler is rather caked in dust. Yeah, this is just your typical dirty PC that is in desperate need of a deep cleaning, and this viewer has come to the right place. Stay with me. This video is sponsored by Karma, which is an app and Chrome extension you can use to track prices of your favorite items and apply relevant coupon codes at checkout. Formerly ShopTagger, I've been using Karma to keep up with the price evolution of DDR4 over time. RAM is a vital component of any modern PC, and knowing when the time is right to pull the trigger on a kit can save you quite a bit of cash. Karma's built-in price tracking feature has revealed a steady decline in certain kits, but steady increase in price in others, so I can better pinpoint a deal when I see one with a particular manufacturer. And Karma's automatic coupon finder ensures that I'm not missing out on any additional savings for online purchases. You can add products to wish lists and set up notifications for any price change or solid discount, providing that peace of mind you've always wanted while shopping at your favorite e-retailers. Karma's designed to make shopping easier and more cost-effective, and their intuitive user interface makes it easy to jump on board and start saving. You can even receive Karma Cash when shopping with select retail partners. So be sure to click the link below to download and join for free via both your phone with the Karma app and online with the Chrome extension. Now, for those wondering about this rig's specifications, obviously the S340 Elite from NZXT we just mentioned will actually be replacing this case with one that is much newer that you've probably seen before in this playlist. We have an RX 5700 XT in here from XFX, uses an 8 plus a 6 pin. We'll talk about the power supply here later. It is kind of hidden under other things, so we'll figure out what it is once we pull it out to clean. We have an X470 motherboard in here. I'm assuming 16 gigs of RAM, Corsair Vengeance LPX it looks like, and then an AMD stock cooler, but I'm not sure what CPU it is. Probably a 6 or an 8 core chip, seeing as though he paired it with an X470 board. Now, of course, I mentioned the mismatched fans. For some reason, he's got a 120mm at the rear that has white fan blades, and then another 120mm at the top in the front that has black fan blades, or at least they look black. There's so much dust I can't really tell. And then he has two 140mm AER fans that I'm assuming were included with the Hue or the Hue Plus down here. And like I said, I'm just gonna clean this stuff up, the Hue Plus and the fans, and I'm gonna give it all back to him so that he can repurpose it somewhere else, because the case we're gonna be upgrading him with, the PureBase 500DX from Be Quiet, already comes pre-equipped with 3 140mm Pure Wings 2 fans. He's also got a couple of 2.5-inch Samsung SSDs, which will look really good in the 500DX because we can show these off on a tray that you can see through the left side panel. Now, for those wondering about cleaning gear, it is all listed in my video descriptions, okay, including some of our troubleshooting gear. So if you have a question about, you know, a particular scene, you see that I'm cleaning with a certain tool, it is more than likely in the description, so check that out. But I will briefly run through what I use. 99.9% medical grade isopropyl alcohol. It evaporates, leaves no trace behind. We've got an electric duster. This thing is a beast. Yes, it is a bit expensive, but if you are cleaning things frequently, it beats the heck out of spending 10 bucks or so on a can of air over and over and over, right? I've got some shop towels. These are great at absorbing oils and other liquids. Automotive industry loves these, and so do I. They don't fray as much either compared to regular paper towels. I've got some nitrile gloves. These are great because they don't react as much with human skin as latex gloves do. So that's why I use these. I have a Swiffer duster. I don't really know why I have this. A lot of the builds that we clean, the dust is so caked on that this just kind of glides over all of that grime, but I have it anyway. And then I have some precision Q-tips. You have to be careful. You don't want to go at it too hard and risk, you know, chipping off an SMD, but these have served me very well over the past 2 seasons. So with all that out of the way, I do hope you enjoy this cleaning montage. Here we go. So we are well into day 2 of this cleaning process, and I want to talk a minute about airflow because the owner of the system we just cleaned was actually complaining about it quite a bit when I met with him to pick up his build. His S340 Elite, all right, obviously is not very well known for being a great airflow case. The front panel is pretty much sealed off. I also noticed that he didn't have his front dust filter included when it was given to me. I'm not sure if he just forgot to reinstall it or maybe he lost it. I don't know how you could lose a dust filter, but I think he might have removed it to help with temperatures a bit. He was complaining about temperatures for both his CPU and graphics card being a bit higher than he had originally anticipated, so I think he tried to remove that front dust filter to lower temps, which is an effective way to do that. The problem is once you remove the dust filter, you have wide open paths for dust and other grime and things in the air to get trapped in your build. And I think that's why his system looks so dirty. Now, in the case of, well, a case designed properly with airflow in mind, you won't need to make such compromises. If you have a dust filter that is not very airflow restrictive, and you also have that running in combination with a mesh front panel, you don't need to worry about removing things that could compromise the cleanliness of your build long term. Case in point, the PureBase 500DX has you covered with airflow, with the looks, with the integrated RGB and the hardware support. We're promoting this case so much because I think it is the best of pretty much everything you could want in a mid-tower for a great price. And to top things off, you're gonna get 3 PureWings 2 140mm fans included. So working for you on 2 fronts there. First off, you're not gonna be spending as much money to fill out your case with fans because you already have essentially a 3-fan pack included. Those can cost upwards of 40, 50, 60 bucks or more depending on the model you choose. Second off, thanks to the larger form factor, 140/120, these have a lower operating RPM. They don't need to spin as fast to displace an equivalent amount of air, which contributes to the silent factor. This is be quiet after all. Now, I will be showing you the reassembly process of the S340 Elite. It looks much better now. There are still surface scratches and things, obviously, that I cannot get rid of in a deep cleaning session, but it does look much nicer now. Nonetheless, we won't be reusing it. Again, we're gonna be throwing all of his now clean components into the PureBase 500DX. All right, here we go, round 2. And all right, it is now time to see if the system posts. I say this in every video, but just for those who are wondering, I don't want to give a system back to somebody that does not turn on or does not post. So we want to double check that is all good to go after our cleaning, deconstruction, etc. We also want to make sure that there are no fans clipping or anything. We deconstructed the graphics card, but after further inspection, realized it really wasn't all that dirty, so I think the card was added much later. But nonetheless, we want to make sure that when we reinstalled things, that we don't have cables clipping fans, that we've connected fans properly, connected RGB properly, etc. So let's go ahead and click the power button. Okay. Looks pretty good so far. Hey, there we go. We got all 3 drives detected, which is good. I think we also have, so those are SATA drives, and we also have the NVMe, which we installed. So he'll need to hop back in here and reconfigure things the way he had it in his BIOS. But for now, it posts, we're good to go. So this one was fun. Like I said, the graphics card was really the only thing that was already fairly clean. I mean, it was still a bit dusty, but it was nowhere near as dirty as the remainder of the rig. So I think that was added later. I also ended up between shots here, taking the graphics card back apart, double checking that I had the fans connected. I just found it weird that the fans weren't spinning upon posting, but they're spinning now. I guess it got hot enough to where they had to kick in. But yeah, everything else seems to be very functional. The build is very quiet. Again, those 140mm fans from Be Quiet are very useful in this case. And yeah, I'm overall very pleased with it. He had a purple color scheme going on, so I synced up the PureBase 500DX to have purple LEDs as well. So you get an LED strip up top, and then you get the RGB up front as well. So I had a lot of fun cleaning this one. Again, it was it's always very rewarding to see these transformations play out in person, and I hope that I can relay it in an effective way on camera as well. And again, I do want to mention that if you live in the Orlando, Florida area and you have a dirty system, anything as dirty as this or dirtier, please send my wife an email, and she will forward the ones that are the dirtiest to me. And from there, I'll reach out to you and ask you if you are still interested in having your system clean for free. So Orlando, Florida area, Lisa's email is in the description. Check that out. And I would be more than happy to make a video cleaning your PC. So thank you all for watching this far into the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. Also, leave a comment down below. That feedback is also appreciated. As long as you're not being a total prick, I will give you the time of day. I will read your comments, especially within the first hour or so of the video being published. I really like to engage with my most avid and I don't know, they're just the devout viewers, right? The ones that are always clicking right when the video is published. I know some people work, some people have other things to do in their lives, so they can't click right away, but you know, I can't devote my whole day to replying to comments, but what I can do is kind of section off a 30-minute block or an hour block to respond to comments that I see immediately after the video is being published. And your feedback in the PCDC series is largely awesome, so thank you for that support. By the way, if you are not already subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Click that red subscribe button and click that bell notification icon so that you're notified when videos like these go live. All right, that's all for this one. Thank you for watching. My name is Greg, and thanks for cleaning with me.